Hi creatives, welcome to True Creativity Insights. I know it's been a long time since my last episode, which was, I believe, New Year's Day. Soon after that, I had to dive into my classes. I started teaching my winter session at I think mid-January, and I was just preparing for that, and then after the classes start, totally consumed by it. So sorry for not doing an episode, but it was on my to-do list, and I've been trying to get around to it, and here I am finally catching you guys up on what's been going on. So like I said, I started my new classes in January, and I also was starting to schedule a lot of other classes, for the next 6 months. So I was kind of consumed by that and excited at the same time. I got some new workshops coming up. I'm collaborating with some new people, so I'm really excited about that. But here we are. We are at the end of February, and next week will be March. Technically, it's, we're not necessarily in the pandemic, but there's some talk about an endemic now. I know tomorrow California is starting to loosen up masks, maybe, who knows? It's always changing. But it really I have a hard time wrapping my mind around the idea that where did those 2 years go? I mean, it's just so bizarre. So the reason why I'm talking about that is because, to be honest, I haven't really focused a lot of time on my own artwork in the last 2 years because I've been really preoccupied with teaching online and providing a variety of mixed media classes to my students, and that was a priority to me. I really wanted to keep my followers creative. I wanted to keep them learning and growing artistically, so that became my priority. Plus, I really wasn't showing at any art shows during the pandemic, so I kind of lost some motivation in terms of doing my own artwork, and I kind of went off the track in terms of my direction and my style, and in the last couple of years, I've actually grown tremendously as an artist, and I've learned some new stuff that I really want to integrate into my body of work. So my body of work is has been at a standstill, and the reason why I'm sharing that with you is that this kind of thing happens in even for the most professional artists. This kind of thing happens when they kind of hit sort of a detour in their artistic journey, or their styles shift. You see that happen often in artists. And even if you're a beginner or even an intermediate artist, this tends to happen. We get in this groove, we're creating in this style, and then all of a sudden something shifts. And so that's kind of happened for me. So I came across this thing called the 100-Day Project. I found it online. I saw a lot of different artists doing this and committing to it. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll commit to this, and this will keep me motivated. So that's something that I want to share with you today, is the 100-Day Project. And you can find out more information. I believe it's the100dayproject.com, or you can even do hashtag on Instagram, hashtag 100-Day Project, hashtag the 100-Day Project, or hashtag the 100-Day Project 2022. So apparently you just kind of commit to a project that you're going to spend 100 days focused on it. So you do something each day on that one project. I've kind of taken it like my overall project is just to do something creative every day and posting it and committing to it. So the interesting thing is that it's kind of shifted something for me, and I was hoping this is what it was going to do, is that it would actually get me committed. And this is what's important. It's the commitment that I've made, maybe to myself and to my followers, and the fact that I declared it online on social media has sort of made me feel accountable. I've missed a couple days, but then I would catch up and I would post 2 days worth of the projects on one day. We don't have to do this perfect, right? But the point is that we're actually committing to it, and the commitment in itself becomes sort of a discipline, and it makes you accountable, because you do have to be accountable to your artistic self. So what I'm excited about is that I'm doing it, and I know it's only been, I think I'm on day 11, 12, and I know that, we'll see if I can stick it out for 100 days. But even if you were to start this project and don't finish it, just the experience of making that commitment, not only to, most importantly, to yourself, to create art every day. And I think it's important to establish that in your life. Because, we talk about having an practice, having an art practice. And what I tend to do, and I'm guilty of this, is that I'll put it off and I'll put it off and I'll say when I have extra time. And there's a danger in that, because I believe resistance, the resistance to create, which is resistance to create because you feel, well, I haven't done it for a long time, and now the procrastination has set in, and now I'm not sure what I'm creating or what direction I'm going. All that stuff starts to set in a little bit more concretely. And what I found is that this 100-day project kind of snapped me out of that. So even though I'm doing small things, like a page in my Wabi Sabi art journal, at least I'm doing something. And I think that it's important to remember when you commit to something like that, even if it's a class, even if it's a 6-week class or a 14-week class, the main thing is that you don't have to do it perfectly, but that you make some sort of commitment to yourself that you will show up and do a little bit of something. It's really important. I see this happen sometimes where I have students sign up for a class, and then they show up maybe the first class or the second class, and then they disappear. They don't finish the class, or for some reason they felt discouraged or overwhelmed in the first class and maybe didn't communicate that to me, because I would have helped them walk through that block, because that is a block, is when we feel intimidated or self-critical of ourselves, or we start comparing ourselves with other people in the class. We lose interest, or we start making excuses not to go to the class, or make excuses not to do the art for that day. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I think this is an important thing to remember. And I want to encourage you to maybe check it out. Check out the 100-Day Project and see if it's something that you can dive into and try out. And it doesn't have to be big art pieces. It could be small little pieces that you do for 100 days. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I think that's important, and I hope that it maybe inspires you to use a tool like that to get you, your creative mojo going, your creative juices going. Also, after this video, I'm going to actually show you a couple of the pieces that I did for this 100-day project. So make sure that you continue watching, because I'll share with you some of the things that I've been creating. And I just wanted to also share with you that I have a couple of things coming up. I have my Creative Insights Oracle deck coming up next Wednesday. It starts. But I'm going to make this available so that even people who haven't registered or start on the day that we start, that you can still sign up and actually take the class with the recordings. So I'm excited about that, and this is the reason why I want to share this with you, is because I believe that we need to use multiple tools to keep us creative, to keep our creative momentum going. So, like I did the 100-day project, like I'm doing that right now, that's a tool. And this Oracle deck that I'm having my students create 50 cards in 14 weeks so that they have a deck that they can use when they feel creatively unmotivated or uninspired or whatever it is. Maybe they go to their workspace and they don't know what to work on. Well, there's a deck. Once you finish this deck, you'll be able to use these Oracle cards as a way to sort of get some insight, guidance, get you connected to your creative intuition by using these cards. And I'm going to actually show you how to use these cards once you've got them done. And the fun part of this class is that you infuse your own style, your own energy, your own vibe into each card, so they become personally your own Oracle card deck. So that's what's really cool. But this is just another tool, and I'm going to cover a couple of things throughout the year, like making an altar in your work, your creative space, your studio, having an altar that will encompass creativity and that will hopefully be a place that you can go to and place a creative intention around yourself as an artist, around a creative project, around your creative process, whatever it is in terms of your own creativity. And all these become little tools that you can use to maintain that artistic life, to maintain your creative motivation and inspiration. So I wanted to share a couple of those things with you. Please check those out. I will actually include a link in this episode to my Creative Insights Oracle deck and workshop. And so you can check that out. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click on the button below. I love just knowing and seeing the subscribers adding up. And you know what? I would love to get to 1,000 this year. That would be so awesome. I think I'm around 700 subscribers now. I'm getting up there. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing to my YouTube channel and for watching my YouTube episodes. I hope they have been helpful for your creative life. And find me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. And, shoot me a direct message. Let me know how you're doing. If you have any questions in terms of your own creativity, or if you're interested in any of my workshops. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, stay creative. Bye.